Asher, why does Mommy and Daddy want a cow?
Milk.
Milk.
And?
Butter.
Butter. Milk and butter. So we have some exciting news to share for our family and our homestead, and no, Mom, not pregnant. We have decided to get livestock on our homestead, and neither one of us have ever owned any type of livestock.
So we decided we'd start small and get a milk cow.
So we decided to share with y'all our reasons that we have decided to get a family milk cow, especially in today's modern world where it is so convenient to just go to the store and buy a gallon of milk. I mean, and if you're not trying to get organic, raw, you can't even buy raw in most states, milk, then it's only like $2 or $3 a gallon.
Right.
So why would we do something that's going to take time away every day from our family to milk a cow? Why would we do that? So we want to share our reasons with you, and maybe it'll inspire y'all as well, or at least consider why it would be a good idea to have a family milk cow.
Right.
So the first one is that we really want to become more self-sufficient on our homestead in general.
Self-sufficiency is something that we have both wanted for a really long time, and then 2020 came around, and just that really put our plans in overdrive and brought everything to the forefront, and we decided to go ahead and be self-sufficient way sooner than we had originally planned.
Just changed our perspective on things, and you realize that you want to still be able to provide for your family if you're not able to go to the grocery store and just pick up things, which could very well happen. We saw food shortages,
Right.
which I never thought that we would ever see, and in my lifetime, we saw food shortages in 2020. You couldn't just go to the store and buy things. And I'm not just talking about toilet paper, I'm talking about food. It was just a problem for people to get that, and so we would like to not be as concerned about that and be able to provide for our family. And
so another reason for us wanting a family milk cow are the benefits of having raw milk, unpasteurized like you buy at the store.
yes, so pasteurized milk is essentially what people dead food, and that's because when you pasteurize it, yes, you are getting rid of all those bad bacteria that you
could
have
possibly be there.
Yeah, you have a very slight chance
Right.
of getting sick from it. But with that being said, you're pasteurizing it, you get rid of that bad bacteria that's possibly there, but you're also getting rid of all the good bacteria, all the good enzymes. And I could go into a whole spill of the benefits that I've researched from the raw milk, but I think you should do your own research on it, come to your own conclusion for your family. From the research I've done, there's like a 1 in 6 million chance of getting sick from raw milk consumption. So it's a very small chance, but there is a chance there, and that's a decision you should make for your family. But there's just so many health benefits to raw milk, and especially if you're having some sort of lactose, I don't want to say complete intolerance, but if you have trouble like consuming any type of dairy, it would be a good idea to try raw milk, because a lot of times there's an enzyme that is in the raw milk that's not in the pasteurized milk that will help you actually digest the dairy. It's there, and it's for helping you digest the dairy. So this was like probably the first thing that came to mind when we were considering getting the milk cow, and the major benefit for our family is all of the delicious products that we can make from our raw milk.
Right.
So we love butter and we love cheese. Ice
All
cream.
of which are not only going to be more abundant now, but much more healthy
Yes.
than the store-bought versions. So.
Yes, because we are making it from raw milk. But I'm super excited. We are planning on getting a Jersey milk cow, which their butterfat content is higher than like their typical Holstein, which if you're purchasing milk at a big store, that's more than likely what you're getting. And so with the higher butterfat content means we get more cream, and it's really good.
All the stuff we love.
Yes, all the stuff we love. Pretty much cream. Give me the cream, all the cream, and my coffee, all of it.
So one of my favorite things about getting a cow is that we were planning to actually calf share, which is making it to where we only have to milk once a day if we want.
And actually, we've watched some people that are taking calf sharing to a different level, and they only milk 3 to 4 times a week. And so we're super excited because that does give us more of a convenient way to have a family milk cow. We're not tied to our homestead twice a day.
So people who have no idea what we're talking about, calf sharing is where you have a calf that drinks from the milk cow, and it makes it to where her supply is a lot lower. So the calf drinks from the milk cow like half the day, and then we would
separate at night.
Right, we separate them at night, and we take the milk in the morning, and then
we put them back
rejoin
together.
the calf with
the mom,
and let the calf feed on her all day long.
And that's huge because honestly, we could end up, if we wanted to just milk and like wean the calf and bottle feed the calf, then we would end up with 5 to 6 gallons of milk a day. And that is way too much. Even if we're gonna try to sell some, we prefer only 1 to 2 gallons a day, and that'll be ideal when we get our family
Right.
milk cow.
So another benefit of having this milk cow is because we're calf sharing, that means we always have to have a calf and maybe even 2 calves, which we could either sell for a small profit, or we could raise them for fairly cheap, being they're going to be grass-fed. We could raise them ourselves and then slaughter them for meat for our family as well. If it's not, say, like a purebred Jersey that we may want to sell for big money, if it's a mixed breed calf, we would just raise it for meat.
Yes. So the cow that we're getting, she's currently pregnant, and the baby will be half Angus. She was bred with an Angus bull. So our plan is to raise that calf up for meat. And then we also, if we find that her milk supply is still very high after still calf sharing with that one calf, we may actually purchase another calf and have her have 2 calves on her at one time, depending if it takes away all our milk, then we don't want to do that. But if not, then we could purchase another calf for very little, because calves are way cheaper than buying a full-size cow.
So the idea here is not necessarily to be making all sorts of money off of these cows. Yes. At least not yet. Maybe one day, if we just decided we just love cows and wanted to get a bunch of them. But right now, the idea is to make just enough off of the cows by either selling the calves or selling them full size, selling products, to pay for all of the expenses that goes towards raising a cow.
And we'll do a whole nother video on the financials of a milk cow, because it's not a cheap endeavor.
No, it's not.
Not for people who aren't ready at all for a milk cow. So we'll talk to you about that in another video.
One cool thing about following us on this journey is that we bought essentially a cow pasture years ago that we ended up building our wedding venue on, and then putting our house, and now we're starting our homestead here. So there is absolutely zero structures or fencing that we are needing. Everything we are doing is being done from scratch.
And there was nothing here. We even ran all the power and water. There was nothing. Where it was a pond, so we're very grateful there's a pond. That's about the best thing we have right now.
You'll see in another video, we'll be videoing the process of us building our fencing and building shelters for the cow. And getting all that ready, so you'll get to see it from the ground up, us starting from absolute scratch.
So if you feel like you have no experience, this idea, you kind of are romanticizing it, thinking, oh, it'd be great to have a milk cow, then follow along, because we're starting from scratch.
So another awesome benefit for me
Yes.
is that there is a huge portion, right around 20 acres of our property, that until this point, I've done pretty much nothing with. It just grows up. There's lots of weeds out there. So what I've been doing is working on bush hogging it all, getting it all knocked down in preparation for this cow, or cows. So what's awesome about the cows is that the cows are going to actually transform that pasture for me.
Yes.
And turn it from a really rocky soil that it is right now with lots of weeds, with their manure and their urine, and then eating all of the potentially bad stuff out there. All the good grass is going to start being able to grow up and turn our pasture into a beautiful pasture,
They're gonna be our
rather than the
lawnmowers.
rocky pasture that it is right now. And from what she was just saying, I don't have to mow it and it's still going to look good. So I'm pretty excited about that.
We also plan on using a lot of the cow manure as compost for our garden. So that is another super good benefit if you're having any livestock around, if you plan on having a garden.
So there it is, guys. Those are just a few reasons that we decided were good enough reasons for us to get our own family milk cow.
Yeah, so maybe in 6 months we'll be like, oh yeah, we got all the milk and all the cream, or maybe we'll be selling a cow on Craigslist.
Yeah. You don't know until you just dive in. We've done research for months now.
It's time to get some.
And yeah, we've got to get our hands dirty and see if this is something that we're going to like. I think it is. We are not oblivious to the fact that it is going to be a lot of work.
Hard work,
We're
but
also
some things
people
are worth
who are
working
used
for.
to working really hard. So we're really excited about it. I think it's going to be great for our family. So stay tuned for all of the future videos on our milk cow.
So the next big reason that we see a benefit of having a family milk cow is because I can't remember.
Bloopers?
Okay, yeah. Okay, so the second reason that we want a family milk cow is because I can't not look down, buddy.
Okay, here you go.
No, that's gonna be really weird. Okay.
Okay, what is this one about?
To have a healthier source of dairy for our family, so like the benefits of being able to get raw milk.
Okay, let's start this one.
You'll start it?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
You ready?
Let me fix my hair. Okay.